Hey y'all. Thanks for tuning in with me, my Linda. Let's talk about it with Rise High Radio. I'm glad y'all came for my special edition, single parenting. Y'all see the title with Miss Omni. So I really wanted to give you guys some information. I know I've been doing this for about 2 weeks, giving you information, but I really wanted you guys to actually get it from the horse's mouth, I guess, so to speak. A phenomenal woman that just wrote this book, and I'm just so excited to have her here. After I get done with her interview, she's going to still be online to answer any questions that you guys may have. Um, like I said, I'm just so excited that she is with us on tonight. And like I said, I wanted to do it Saturday, but things happen, or whatever the case may be. But we're just happy to have her here with us tonight. Single parenting is just, I guess, it's the thing right now. A lot of people are struggling with single parenting, and they're trying to figure out ways and niches that they can, do this thing right. Because like I said last week, it doesn't come with a rule book. We don't have a rule book to say, okay, at age 1, you do this, and at 6 months, you do this. So it's not a rule book for this. So like I said, I wanted to give my audience a phenomenal woman that just wrote this awesome book for us to share with us and give us the tools that we need to help us to be a single parent. So Miss Omni, she, like I said, she is the author of Single Mommy Stand Up. I love that title, Single Mommy Stand Up. And without further ado, I'm going to actually add her onto the screen.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, like I said, and I think you heard me. I wanted to give my audience something that can help them or that can encourage them. And what's better to encourage them with the person that just wrote this awesome book on being a single mom.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Like I said, I'm really excited to have you with Rise High on tonight. So, give the people a little bit of your background? Like, what is your background? What does this stem from? What pushes you?
All right. So I was born and raised in Flint. That's where I got like my start. That's where my upbringing is. And then after I graduated high school, I moved to Detroit, and I lived in the Detroit area for like 7, almost 8 years. And
Okay.
during that time, that's when I had my daughter, and that's when my daughter's dad and I separated at the same time. And then I decided that I wanted to live in Georgia. And I lived in Georgia for about 4 years, just me and my baby, which was,
Okay.
I talk about that in my book, that journey. And I don't know, what pushes me, I guess, is just wanting more, wanting better. And I've kind of always had this like one foot in front of the other mentality when I wanted something, no matter what I was going through. And when I had my daughter, I really wanted her I didn't want her to think that anything can hold you back, essentially. Not being a single mom, not just it being me and her. None of that. I wanted her to know like hard work, sacrifice, and I wanted her to see the reward of all of that hard work and sacrifice. So I guess
Absolutely.
that's what pushes me. She does.
She does. Absolutely. So what okay, when writing this book, what were you hoping to give to your audience? Like the people that read this book, what did you want them to at least take away from it?
Well, so at first, oh, here, give me 1 second. I thought my laptop was plugged. Okay, we're back in business. At first it started as a venting session. So I'm very big on my privacy. Like I don't go on social media and like blast her dad about my frustrations, or when we get into it, make a bunch of subliminal posts that somebody can carry back and take back. I kind of just talk to my friends about it.
Right.
And sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes I'm still mad when
Yeah.
I'm talking to my
Right.
friends about it. So there was this one particular day I was flying out. I was going somewhere for my birthday, and it was like at the thick of my frustration with him, I would say. And I started writing in my notes on my phone, just like all of these things. And at first, I really wanted to write a book about co-parenting, like the ins and outs of it, the do's and don'ts. And I wrote some things, but I couldn't branch off of it because I wasn't feeling positive about co-parenting.
Right.
So I couldn't manifest that. And then what ended up happening was a couple more times where I got frustrated, I vented in that same notepad on my phone. And I was like, let me copy and paste this. And I emailed it to myself and then put it in Word. And it was like 10 pages. I was like, wait a minute. Wow. I was like, let me organize. Let me do a little editing. And I read it again. And I was like, okay, this is something.
Right.
And so I decided to keep going because at that point I was like, maybe this will help somebody. And I thought about like all the times I drew inspiration from strong women whose story I had heard, or, strong women that I just knew on a personal level. So I was like, at that point, it was a small maybe, but it was like, maybe if I keep going with this, then this can help somebody. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted it to be raw and real and very personal. And I wanted people to read it and understand that it's more to it than being labeled a single mom. It's more to it than being a bitter baby mama. It's more to it than that. It's a struggle in it, and it's a process that women go through when these relationships dissipate and they maybe thought it wasn't. It's a process that we go through after we have children and we got to find ourselves again. It's a lot to it.
It's a lot.
That's kind of what I wanted women to get out of it. Just understanding that it's okay to go through the process, heal from it, and then keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you hear me? Do I sound muffled? Like, do I sound weird? Okay.
I can hear you just fine.
Maybe I can hear myself and it sounds like weird. Never mind. But you absolutely, it's that struggle. And like I said, we're so blessed to have this tool to kind of help us to move forward and to understand, like, it's somebody out there that's doing the same thing and going through the same thing. And she actually wrote about it. So, that's awesome. So next question is, what was the worst thing for you being a single mother?
Well, I don't know if I would say worse. I would say the hardest thing for me to overcome was just that feeling of failure. Right. I kind of felt like in order for me to be successful as a parent, then my daughter needed to grow with her family as a unit. Right. And if for some reason that didn't happen, then that was my fault. And I felt like a failure because of it. Like, just a little personal tidbit, like my parents split, like for real, like split when I was in like the 5th or 6th grade.
Right.
And so I kind of always wanted that family unit since then. And so my desire to, quote, give my daughter something I didn't have, and then seeing that like crumble in front of me and there was nothing I could do about it.
Right.
That was hard.
Absolutely. And
it hurt.
Yeah. And you said the number one thing, you can't do anything about it. So that's where a lot of single women, if you would agree, struggle when they can't do anything about it. We try to control stuff because we're their sole provider. So when you can't do anything about it, it's just like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to fix this. So then I had to change my mindset. Like, okay, she only knows what you emphasize. So if you emphasize that this is going to be a bad thing and she's like some oddball child because you and her daddy not together, that's how she's going to feel about it. But if you flip that and help her understand that this is just what her normal is, that me and her against the world is what's up. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
That's what she's going to embrace. And that is what she has embraced. Even with the kind of interaction that her and her father do have now. Like, it's still mommy. She knows that mommy got her back. She knows that she can come talk to me about anything. She knows like the raw stuff, the stuff that she might be scared to tell anybody. She can sit me down. We have code words. We built that bond though during that time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I would agree that, when you struggle emotionally, your children is like right there with you. And
Yeah.
you're right, they do generate, you guys do generate cold words and little looks. And like things like, oh mama, something going on with mama today, or like even my oldest son, like he knows, he like, you good, ma? And I'm just like, I'm all right,
They know.
Yeah, they know.
They know.
They know. So what would you consider to be the best thing? And I know it's so many best
I
things about
know.
being a single mom, but try to limit it to, I don't know, 3.
Okay. Okay, so I think overall, I'll start there. Overall, I think the best thing was it helped me grow.
Absolutely.
Like I knew that I was dedicated to becoming a mother when I got pregnant because I changed everything about myself and what I had going on at that time. I was younger. I was 23 when I got pregnant with my daughter. I was living fast and blowing cash. Like that's
right. Oh, that's my new slogan right there. Living fast and blowing cash. I like that.
I was living. Facts. That's how I was living.
Yeah.
And then I had to like stop and change and evolve. And it kind of forced me not to be complacent. So I'm really grateful that being a mom did that. Now fast forward to becoming a single mom. At first, if I'm being honest, it didn't even register that that's what was happening.
Right.
Because I was just so used to like this new rigmarole for myself, like doing. And so it I don't know, I just didn't process it as I was a single mom. And then a few incidents happened, between me and her dad, where I would maybe ask for help or ask for something, and he just would flat out be like, nah.
Wow.
Or figure it out.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, damn.
Right.
What is that? Like, what do you mean?
What does that mean? Like, figure it out. What? I didn't do this on my own.
And I was like, okay. Well, shit, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss on your show.
Yeah, girl, this is let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's what the show is called.
So
let's talk about it.
Okay, so then that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I kept doing. So the most rewarding part for me about being a single mom is just seeing like what I'm made of, I think.
Absolutely.
And my daughter seeing what I'm made of. Like kind of indirectly seeing like, dang, like my mom is like a go-getter and my mom is strong. And maybe I wouldn't have pushed as hard if I had like that complacency of being in a relationship and trying to chase after that instead of chasing after like my goals and things I still wanted to manifest, mother or not. So I think that, and then just having her just like affirmations of love, like even before she could talk, she would just look at me a certain way. And I knew that meant she loves me. And even going further, like her watching me do homework while I was in grad school, and then her like pretending to be on her laptop like she's doing homework. Or like her coming to my graduation and just being like super in awe, like, mommy, can I graduate too? And I'm like, yes, baby, you can graduate. Just having those shared moments with her, of her like kind of keening in on what I do. And then this book, right? So she is so proud of me.
Is she proud? I know she is. She your number one fan.
She is. And she was like, mommy, we got to get shirts made. And we got to, anytime we go somewhere, I'm talking, my baby be hustling. We was in Macy's. And she was like, did you know my mommy wrote a book? You can get it on Amazon. Like,
I love that. I love that.
That is so rewarding for me because there's so many times I thought I was failing as a mom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not about like me. It's just like when she affirms that I'm doing a good job, I can relax a little bit because I'm always kind of worried about her interpretation of me as a mom.
Yeah. And and I think that's what every single mom, if you would agree with me that, we always want to do right by our kids. We always want to be the best of the best in their eyes. We want to be the best image in their eyes. I don't want to leave out anybody comment. Miss Bug says, hi to both of you young, beautiful ladies. And hello.
Thank you.
So I don't want to leave out anybody's comments. But yeah, you are right that trying to be the best person for our kids is what we kind of live for. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we live for, and that's what we work hard for. Um, so the last question that I do have for you, and we'll stick around for a little bit if anybody has any questions, any other questions. And if you guys missed this live, you can always hit Miss Omni up and talk to her if she's available. I know she's very,
Oh
very
yeah.
busy. But talk to her and get some advice or whatever the case may be. I did want to add in, you are the #1 Amazon.
Oh, so when it debuted, for like the first week and a half or so, it was the #1 top seller in the single parenting category. So even for me to hold that title for a day, I was like, wait, what? I kept refreshing the page, like what? Then I googled it, like, what does top seller mean? Like, let me not get hyped for no reason.
Right, exactly. So
That was
I mean,
pretty
that
exciting.
is amazing. That's an accomplishment over the top. And like you said, you like, wait, what is that? Is
Yeah,
that me?
like me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you girl. Yeah, you. So LM Reed.
Oh, that's my friend.
Okay,
That's my
yeah.
best friend.
She says Ray J.
Oh, Raj. She talking about my daughter Raja.
Oh,
Raj.
Raja is definitely your #1 cheerleader and TT too. Aw. And
Oh
then
no.
she says, go bestie.
Oh, she know I'm a crybaby. I don't know why she trying to make me cry online.
She say you gonna make her cry on live. They just, we never know we never know the love that we have until somebody was rooting for you and you make that, and they're like, I knew you was gonna be able to do it. I knew it. I
Her,
told you.
her for sure. Funny story. So when I was on that flight to where I was going, I was actually going somewhere to meet her and some other friends. And when I told you I was writing on my phone,
Okay.
I was like, I gotta tell you something. And she was like, okay, what? I was like, I'm writing a book. She was like, me too. And I'm like,
Wow.
so she wrote a book too, Run Sis. You can find it on Amazon, which Run Sis. Look.
Yeah. Tell Mrs. I'll be after her soon too.
Okay.
Tell
Run
Mrs.
Sis. In honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, her book talks about her journey in her relationship with somebody when she was going through a domestic violence situation. So that was just like refreshing. Like we definitely have like a best friend wave. Like we be like
Absolutely.
on the same wave.
Absolutely. So yeah, Missy, I'll be after you. I want to interview you because your story is going to reach thousands of people, just like your bestie story is reaching thousands of people. And she says, this is what she writes. Oh, with the thing in the heart. Besties forever. No.
Like seriously though.
So yeah, I tell her, let her know I'm after her. So
I definitely will.
so the last question I have for you is, what advice would you give someone that is a single parent? What do you want to leave them with?
Heal. Start with that. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad about it,
Yeah.
And I wrote this in the beginning of the book and at the end. In the beginning, I talk about like it can happen to any of us. Like whether
Right.
you married and you feel like you're in a solid committed relationship, whether early 20s, late teens, and you dated somebody and the situation didn't work out, whatever the case may be.
Right.
When you break that tie and you've brought a child into the world,
Mm-hmm.
it can be rough. I don't know many girls who I've sat and talked to them like, oh, I ain't care that such and such ain't involved or don't, you know what I mean? Like most of the time you were like heavily involved emotionally with this person, even if they weren't emotionally involved with you for real.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Right.
Let's
That
just keep
one-way
it 100.
street.
It's not always mutual, but you have to heal from it. And I broke this down into like sections in one of my chapters, the things I needed to heal from and the things I needed to let go of, because it was like, at one point it was ruining my experience as a parent because I was so mad at how things had went down. And so I'm like, I feel jaded. Like, dang, this the experience I got left with. I had to in therapy, we call it reframing. I had to reframe it and look at it like, you know what? This is actually to my benefit because X, Y, and Z. And so once I learned to look at it through a different lens, I had to be real with myself. Okay, well, what are you mad at? What are you sad about?
Right.
You know, when I healed from that point on, being a parent has been, especially co-parenting with when there's co-parenting going on with, you know, my daughter's dad, like it's just helped me tremendously.
Absolutely.
As far as being able to just accept what I'm not gonna get. It is what it is, and not be mad about it, and not want to, you know, let that linger all day. And then after you heal, what's next for you? Figure that out. You still get to figure out what's next.
Right.
You know, you don't have to limit yourself because you're doing this alone, or you don't have to limit yourself because you're a mom now. You don't have to limit yourself. Sky is the limit, and even higher than that.
Absolutely.
So find your purpose, and then just go hard at it. Like, you know, make sure that your peace of mind is first and foremost. So protecting that. I wrote in my book, my peace is my freedom. I need it like I need air. I do.
Wow.
So I try very hard not to include anything in my space that's going to disrupt that peace.
Absolutely.
So I guess you just align with yourself. What are the things that work for you and don't work for you? Healing, learning that boundaries are okay. Because some people seem to think like single parenting means you're just doing it alone all the time. Well, for a majority of the time, I was doing it just by myself all the time. And then there have been times where there was like intermittent help. And now there's like a set schedule of how things go because I have put boundaries in place. Boundaries are in place for a reason. So be okay with that.
Yeah.
And I guess the last piece of that would just be to embrace the journey as a mother. Take time for yourself, because if you're not okay, the baby's not okay. But also take time to bond with your kids. You know, like make this time that is just you and them matter. You know, so explore, grow with them, understand who they are and who they're becoming, and just like take interest in what their life is like. Because one thing I have to remind myself of a lot is, although this is something I've gone through, these aren't my experiences. I've had my experiences as a child. These are her experiences.
Yes.
So I'm very keen on making sure she has good memories, good experiences, as many as I can, as it pertains to our relationship. Can't do nothing about nobody else's relationship with her.
Right.
The relationship I have with her is gonna be close. It's gonna be open and honest, and I'm manifesting that now.
Absolutely. And you know what? You said a key thing when you said that at first you was mad and it took away from your parenting. A lot of people can't distinguish, so it's hard for them to do their real parenting because they so pissed off about the situation they're in.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't that I couldn't do my parenting, because it's like I can be in go mode for that. It was just because I wasn't letting it affect my parenting. It was affecting other areas of my life, and it was making me frustrated. Not frustrated that I had a kid, frustrated that this is who I had a kid with. You know, so it was just I was going to sleep angry. I was waking up angry. I had a lot of anger, and I had reason to be. And I felt like I wasn't allowing myself to validate that anger. Because I felt like if I validated this anger, then it was somehow saying that I didn't like being a mom, and that wasn't it. I just like, and I wrote this in my book. It's about 20 who wouldn't be mad on one page. Who wouldn't be mad if this, and this was going on? So I had reasons to be mad.
I saw that.
I had reasons to be mad. And so I just had to learn how to let go of things that I couldn't control, which was most of the stuff I was mad about.
Right.
And by practicing acceptance, not like accepting it and just being cool. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying, you know what? It's also not okay for me to let this linger in my mind every day. And it's making me upset or unpleasurable, or I have to force myself to be pleasant when I'm interacting with my kid or whatever the case may be. I don't want that. I just want pure good vibes.
Absolutely. Well, I'm telling you, this book is phenomenal, and I really, 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 really appreciate you on tonight. If if there is any questions that you have for her, you can go ahead and comment at the bottom, and I'll go ahead and add them in. And if you are checking out this live at a later time, then Miss Omni said that she'll be willing to answer any questions that you may have in regards to single parenting. Miss Omni, I wanted to get so they can find it on Amazon. Let them know where they can find your book at.
So if you go on Amazon's website, you just can type in my name, Omni Odum, and I think it pops up that way. Or you can go to Amazon and type in Single Mommy Stand Up, and it should pop up. And there's an ebook version, and there's the paperback version of it as well. I do believe there's also a link in my bio on Instagram. So love.change, CHANGE.
Love.
LUV.
Okay.
.change.
Uh-huh.
And that's on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go on that page, there should be a direct link to the Amazon page for you to download and purchase the book.
Is that right?
From Amazon. Yep.
Okay, so that is her Instagram. So she said in her bio, there is a link that you can click on, and it'll take you where you need to go to purchase this awesome, phenomenal book.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so I appreciate you. That's all the time that I really have for you. I'm just so grateful to have you bless our presence. Actually, her when I first saw her book, I was like, oh yeah, yep, she needs to come on. Yep, she needs. And then I actually read it, and I was like, oh yep, she's definitely coming on. She's definitely coming on. So you guys, please go and purchase this book. Like I said, it's at Amazon, and then there is her Instagram at love.change, and you can go there and purchase. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, and anything that you want to we got another book coming?
Yeah, I am working on it. I'm brainstorming that. There are a few more things I want to cover in the realm of a mother.
Okay.
Topics like dating as a single mom, and then kind of finding a significant other and that whole transition.
Absolutely.
That's a tough one. Yeah. I also want to talk about more closely to pursuing my career and that balance, because at one point I was working full-time, in grad school full-time, interning full-time, and single mommy it up. So the balance of all of that. So I got a few things I want to talk about, and I've been sketching out ideas randomly in my mind. So it's almost time for me to do that whole copy and paste thing. But my goal, I turned 31 in August. My goal is I probably will have 4 or 5 more books by 35. That's what I'm looking at.
And I can't wait, because I'm interviewing you for each last one of them. So get ready. Mr. Christopher, he says, what's other titles? I don't know what you mean by that, Chris. So can you kind of explain that, if you will? What other titles? I don't know what that means.
Maybe he meant if I had titles for the other books aren't written yet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's what he meant. The other books haven't been written or published yet, but I'm working on my next one.
Okay, so she is working on her next book, and like I said, we're going to have her on Rise High Radio for sure, because she has blessed us with this phenomenal book once again. So I want to kind of keep Miss Omni as a person that we will be interviewing when every book comes out. And then actually I'm coming after Bestie, so you can let her know that that I will be coming for her for a interview, because us as women need to support each other.
Absolutely.
Support each other's success. Be there for each other when it's downfall. So that network of women standing up for each other is going to grow. And she gave me the thank you, Bestie. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So once again, this is my Linda with Rise High Radio. Let's talk about it with Single Mommy Stand Up with Miss Omni. Go ahead and purchase her book on Amazon or you can go to her Instagram page, and in her bio, it
There's
is
a
in
link.
there. The link is in the bio.
Yeah.
Keep on getting comments. Mr. Chris says, how much is the book?
The book is on sale for paperback. It's $13.99, and then if you have ebook, if you get the ebook, you download that. That's $9.99 on Amazon.
Okay, so $13.99, Chris, and then $9.99. So, and I strongly, can I say strongly again? Strongly recommend that you go and get this book. Even, it's definitely a book to add to your library at home. It's a good book. So thank you, Miss Omni. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem for coming on with me and sharing your story and we still keep on getting comments. Oh, Bestie put it up there. All right, Bestie.
What'd I tell you?
See, I'm telling you. So Bestie went on ahead and put up the Amazon. So that is the link for the Amazon for her book. And like I said, go ahead and purchase that. Good to add to your library of books to read and resources to have. Definitely you're gonna reference it. You're gonna laugh. You like that's what Omni said. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna think about it. So once again, I appreciate you guys. Hold on, I'm sorry. So actually, my boss, he's Christopher. He actually wants to give 12 people.
Oh, thank you.
Gifts, yeah. For so 12 people. I don't know how we're gonna do that, Chris. Can you? Are you available to come on this live right now? Because he can show up at the bottom and I can add him in.
Okay.
This is actually the CEO of Rise High Radio. So I don't really know how we're going to do this, but he wants to give 12 books to people for gifts. So
okay.
That is amazing. That is
Sure
amazing.
Is.
So you're right. It sure is.
It is.
So
a few people have done that. Like this book has inspired a lot of people in different groups to buy 5 and pass it on. Or there was I gave away maybe 10 of them, and one of the girls I gave away a book to ordered more so she could give away. So it's just a pay it forward thing. And that warms my heart more than anything because it is needed. But when I see people supporting it in that way, that kind of makes me feel all warm on the inside.
Let me see if I can let me see if Chris, hold on one second, Miss.
No, take your time.
I'm actually going to where you at, Chris? There you go. I'm gonna see if I can share. If he can come on, he will, but I don't know. He's always so busy. So I'm going to copy this link and see if he can.
And if not, we can also chat in the DMs, me, you, him in a message.
Okay.
That'll work too.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys do have any more questions, she'll be available, like I said, to you guys to help you move forward through this process of single parenting and being angry and being frustrated and wanting to pop somebody in the face at times, Oh, mommy out here.
My mom?
Yes, she says.
Oh, so proud of you, Omni. That's what she meant. Thank you, Mom.
Yes, she says she's so proud of you. And I bet she is,
Yeah.
So Chris says this is how we're going to do it. He says, have them email Rise High Radio. First 12 emails get the free books. So if you are listening to this live, go ahead and email Rise High Radio @gmail.com. The first 12 get the free books, and you just say, just put Omni, just put her name, Omni, and or single moms or something like that. And you will be able to get this book for free. Once again, it's Rise High Radio at gmail.com. The first 12 get a free book. Not too bad.
I
Not too
appreciate
bad.
that so much, Chris. Thank you for supporting me like that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Um, so once again, if you, and even if, okay, so we're gonna keep this thing going for the what's today, Monday? So for the
It's a
whole
good,
week.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know it is a Monday. That's why we say is it Monday, because you know the Mondays.
You ain't
Um
lying.
so we're gonna keep this the first 12 emails that we get at Rise High Radio. I'm gonna keep it open for a whole week.
Okay.
So our first people that email Rise High Radio and say Omni or single parents or single mommies or whatever the case may be, do get her book for free. And let your people know to let everybody, this is
Yeah,
streamed.
absolutely.
This is streamed through YouTube and Facebook. So once again, Miss Omni, I really appreciate you, and it's more future meetups that we will definitely have
Absolutely.
in the future. So once again, this is Rise High Radio with my Linda. Let's talk about it. You guys come see me every Saturday at 10:30. It's Let's Talk About It. We talk about everything that we need to talk about. I always give you guys the tools, or hopefully give you guys the tools that you need. Just appreciate Miss Omni for coming up and blessing us with her presence. So we will talk to you guys soon. You guys have an awesome night. Awesome night. And be blessed.
Thank
Peace.
you.